Pinterest can make everything look so effortless. The perfect outfits, the aesthetic vibes. It's easy to save 100 looks and wish they could magically appear in our closets. But actually finding those pieces, that's a different story. The exact items are either out of budget, sold out, or just impossible to track down. That's where online thrifting comes in. With the right tricks, we can turn our dream Pinterest boards into our reality without breaking the bank. Or if you're into the more old-fashioned ways, looking through that fashion magazine, seeing everything they have, but obviously there comes a price with it. Today, we're going step by step on how to thrift smarter, where to shop, what to search, and how to find the best deals on pieces that match our style. So grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's get into it. I'm guessing you have lots of cute looks saved onto your Pinterest board, but you don't know how to find those items in real life? Girl, I got you. Today, I'm gonna walk you through exactly how you can thrift your dream Pinterest board and make those save pins into real outfits that are in your wardrobe. If you've never seen me before, my name's Natasha. Hi, thanks for clicking on subscribe whilst you're at it, because I know that 90% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Let's make some new friends, talk in the comments, make a little community for ourselves. Who's down? So, Pinterest is my favorite app. If I had to choose one app to keep on my phone, it would probably be Pinterest. When I click onto my home feed, I just get a lots of beautiful inspiration, fashion, home interior, vision board inspiration, you name it, I have a board made for it. I think maybe it could be fun to look through some of my boards. Of course, I also make my own content on Pinterest, so if you want to follow me there, definitely go check me out. I try to make cute aesthetic content. Sometimes it's more relatable than aesthetic. One of my most recent favorite boards that I've made, it's called FW24, so Fall Winter 2024. And I know we're in 2025, we're getting into spring, but I haven't found enough pins yet for my spring and summer board yet. I've started on it though, but I thought we could start by going through this board a little bit. I really have so many cool outfit inspirations. This outfit right here with the polka dot skirt, I don't know, it looks so relaxed but like so chic at the same time. Then we have this outfit right here, adorable, and I just love getting inspiration from Pinterest. They always take the cutest pictures too, so sometimes it will be like outfit inspiration and sometimes I'm like, I want to recreate that photo. Another board that I made also like for winter time to get me through that cold weather, those darker times, I made a board called Romanticizing the Colder Seasons, and just with lots of pictures that look so cozy and things you'll see during the winter times, like the weather, all those different moods and aesthetics. And I was thinking like either I'm going to recreate those things, or it just is a reminder of like all the activities you can do during those times. Don't forget, like there is stuff to do even though it's cold outside. There's still so many things you can do in those periods of time that you won't be able to do any other time of the year. But obviously we love the clothes on there. And sometimes when you click on a pin, you're gonna try and see like, okay, did the person mention where they got anything from? Or are there any comments telling me where they got it from? And sometimes it's silent. No comments, no nothing. This is where your thrifting skills will come in handy. If you're like me, you live in a place that barely has any thrift stores, your next best option will be online thrift stores. There are so many out there. I'm not sure if you're aware of that even. So let me name a few. We have ThredUp, eBay, Vinted, Depop, Poshmark, Sellpy, Vestiaire Collective, Grailed, and I don't know if you know this, but a lot of your favorite fashion brands often have a secondhand or thrifted section on their online website. So for example, we have Lululemon. They have a little section on their website called Like New collection. Levi's has their Levi's secondhand. H&M has a little link to their Sellpy store. So Sellpy sometimes has these profiles that you can follow, whether it's like an influencer profile or stores like H&M, where they will post their items that are secondhand, or for the influencer profiles, sometimes they can even have a section with their favorites that they have found and that maybe they're not going to buy, but it's inspo for you to buy. We also have Urban Outfitters. They have a section called the Urban Renewal Collection, and ASOS Marketplace. So there's lots of places where you can find thrifting online. So when you're searching for a specific style or a specific piece that you have in mind, the easiest way to find a similar item will be through using your keywords. Now this is going to be describing that item with specific words that describe a unique part of the product. So whether it's the cut, the fit, print, or another unique detail, whatever it may be. So I've made some timestamps for this video where I'll be talking about different keywords and even different brands to search specifically on Vinted. So I'll section it up by like tops, skirts, trousers, bags, whatever, and you can click to whatever part interests you the most, or if you want to watch everything, do that of course. And I wanted to start off with heels because personally that is my favorite section. I'm specifically talking about more like vintage looking heels, pointy heels, romantic aesthetic, and once again just a lot of those heels that I find on my Pinterest. So the keywords for these types of shoes when you're searching for them, type in the specific details. So maybe flower, glitter, bead, sequin, pointed toe, square toe, kitten heels if that's what you want, or stiletto pump if that's more of your interest. And now I did a little research on TikTok and there were so many brands that came up. I'm gonna name them quickly. I'll put them up on the screen so you can pause if you want to search any of these up, or take a screenshot, however you want to save for later. For the brands on Vinted that you can search for these types of shoes, the brands are Enjurailleur, Menbor is like has a lot of sequin heels, Fluxa will have a lot of like butterfly pattern heels, Big Tree, Faith, Dolce's, Pedro Morales,
Aldo, Karen Millen, Sergio Rossi, Pura Lopez, Straboski, Lodi, Sarah Navarro, and Gaston Lucioli.
Cute heels. So many times when I search on Vinted, I forget to filter and put in like my size and stuff, so I find the cutest pair of heels and then I see that they're in a size 40. I'm like, why can it not be my size? So if you move on to tops slash shirts or blouses, we have the brands. I'll start with those. BB, which is very like Y2K style, Custo, Barcelona, Orsay, Ed Hardy, once again quite Y2K graphics, that style. Fashion Tiger, new find for me, loved what I saw. They have very like frilly tops, blouses, cute aesthetic, like cute feminine items. So the keywords here, once again, if you're looking for those really cute Pinterest like summer tops that have sparkle allurement stuff, it's gonna be like rhinestones, sequins. Search for vintage tee, or type in the time era like 90s, 2000s, whatever, or the details, frills, lace, or if you want like a sheer looking top, sometimes you can type in sheer, or the material, which will most likely be mesh. Filter your stuff directly because that will minimize your scrolling time. You don't need to search as much, because when you find something cute and then you see it's not your size, you won't get that issue as much. Because I'm not saying that even though you put in all these keywords that you're gonna find it instantly. It might still take quite a bit of scrolling, but it will make it easier and more likely to find like good pieces. For skirts, especially like vintage looking skirts, I found really cute ones from the brands Dolce & Gabbana. Their vintage stuff, insane, and usually have pretty good prices too. They're not super expensive like you would imagine they are. Baby Fat is another one, Miss 60, even for trousers, but I'll get into that soon. Von Dutch, very Y2K. Keywords here, once again, you might want to go a little bit with the trends and stuff. So a trend we've been seeing is like the bubble skirt, which was last year. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be coming back though. I made a whole trend video for spring, and if you haven't seen that yet, definitely go ahead and check that out. Type in which type of length do you want. Do you want a mini skirt, maxi skirt, midi skirt, silk skirt, or if you want one of those like thinner summery skirts, then search slip-on skirt. That might even be easier sometimes to find under, instead of going to the clothing section and then into skirts when you're filtering, you might instead want to go to the PJ section because they usually have more stuff there, even for the silk skirts too. Or if you want like a little tennis skirt, one of these skirts. Sometimes it's all about just knowing what the actual items are called, because a lot of clothes have very specific names. So if you know those names, it'll be so much easier to find. Trousers, we have EDC by Esprit. They usually have a lot of good stuff. Miss 60, like I said, once again, and I would say especially for if you're looking for jeans, that's a good brand. Fishbone, Crazy Age, Levi's, TRF Denim. They have cute skirts too, denim skirts. And here are the keywords that are important. Once again, the fit. Do you want wide leg trousers, boot cut, flare, straight leg, skinny, barrel leg? Type it in, because that's gonna make a big difference. If you're not looking for jeans, right, suit pants, tailored trousers, or you're looking for a specific style like corduroy trousers, write that in. Bags. I have a weakness for bags. I know it. I've said it so many times before. Thrifted bags. Oh, there are just so many cute ones. It's crazy. It's not good for my bank account. But here, some really cute bags are gonna be from these brands. Guess, insane. They're vintage stuff. Wow. Esprit, Coach. Oh my gosh, also so cute stuff. Like those three brands, when you find their vintage bags, or the bags that they used to make. Even now they have adorable bags that they make too, but the ones that they used to make, so cute. Keywords that you want to use here. If you're looking for a smaller bag, you can search for shoulder bag or even baguette bag. Or if you want to get into maybe more materials, lately we've been seeing a lot of suede bags. Type that in, suede. If you want leather, if you want a Sherpa, whatever it may be. Lastly, I wanted to get into some general keywords for the whole Pinterest style, the aesthetic, how to describe it, because there are a lot of different aesthetics, cores, whatever you want to call it. They all have names, and a lot of people, when they put up their stuff on these secondhand pages, they might type in those cores. The people that type in what aesthetic their product is in, they usually have the good looking stuff. So you'll usually find their items under these aesthetic name keyword things that they use, right? Shabby chic, that is for the girly clothes with like little frills, cute blouses, some like little flower patterns, very cute, feminine, girly aesthetic. Coquette is another one, and that is also quite girly, very vintagey, sometimes a little retro, but it's definitely a lot of the stuff that you'll see on Pinterest is under the aesthetic coquette. Boho chic is more, I mean, it's a mix between the bohemian style mixed with some chicness, so it's that together. If you know the brand Chloe, they have a very boho chic aesthetic. Peplum blouses, flowy blouses that have like layers, skirts with lots of different layers, or maxi skirts that are white. Also, once again, search up stuff from specific time eras, like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. If you are not sure about what the different clothes look like for those eras, simply do a little Google research. Search up 60s fashion. No, search it up on Pinterest, because that's where you'll see the good stuff. 60s fashion aesthetic, 70s fashion aesthetic, and whatever you are drawn to most, search those up on those secondhand apps or websites. You're gonna find some really, really good stuff. I hope this inspired you to shop secondhand. First of all, if you don't already do that, you better get on that immediately, because it's the best thing ever. It's like a little scavenger hunt, and the prize is you get really cool and cute clothes. But not only that, of course, it's good for the planet, it's sustainable, it's being more conscious with what you put in your wardrobe too. I hope you found some inspiration. Let me know what your favorite online thrift store is. I'm so curious to see if it's any of the ones that I mentioned, or if you know of any others. That would be super cool to know about too. But with that said, I'm gonna leave you here, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!